शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येम अक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः पुष्टुवांसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Let us hear things which are auspicious from our ears. Always see good and divinity through our eyes. Be in tune with the gods and goddesses. They are the cosmic forces with steady limbs. And let us enjoy a life that is beneficial to the entire cosmos, in tune with nature. And let us seek the blessing from Lord Indra, the Lord of all gods, Pushan, the supremely rich, all-knowing God of earth. Garuda, as Vayu, the fast-moving, removing all the evils. Brahaspati, the teacher of Indra and all gods, to ensure our welfare. Let us have peace inside, peace outside, peace throughout the whole universe. That's the beautiful Shanti mantra of the morning. With that, start with chanting of the Mandukya Upanishad. Read and follow. Om Vidyetadaksharamidam sarvam Tasyopavyakyanam Bhutam bhavat bhavishyaditi Sarvamonkara eva Yacchānyatrikālātītam Tadapi Onkara eva Idam Sarvam, all this creation is designated by the word Om. Therefore, everything is nothing but Om. Just like in the physical world, we say everything is energy. So our people gave Om as the letter for the whole creation. And this Upanishad is going to talk about the Om and its significance and all about Om. So all that is in the world has Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, past, present and future. And that everything is the thing but Om. Then there is something beyond. Yacha Anyat, Trikala Thaitam. That is beyond space, time, causation. Beyond past, present and future. That does not change. That is our original thing called Brahman. That also is Om. So with the ultimate reality, Om is also the manifested creation. That's the meaning. Sarvam Hetad Brahma Ayam Atma Brahma Soyam Atma Chaturpat. So all this therefore is nothing but Brahman. Om is the designation of Brahman. Brahman is ultimate reality, pure consciousness. That is reality. And the self, each one of us, also is Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi is the Mahavakya, Vedanta Vakya is said. So each one of us are nearly that Brahman ultimately. And this self, each one of us have got 4 quarters. We have got 4 levels of existence. What are they? Jagaritastano Bahishpragnaha Saptangaha Ekonavimshatimukaha Sthulabhuvvaishwanaraha Prathamapadaha. The first quarter, the first state is our wakeful world. In this, you have externalized consciousness and all our senses are outwardly. Vaishpragnaha. Eyes look outside, ears hear outside, everything outside, outside, outside. And we grasp the things through 19 openings that we have. Then what we enjoy is the sthula book. Always we enjoy the gross objects. Your gulab jamun, pal paisam, and masala dosa, and that everything gross objects. And that presiding deity is Vaishwanara. So the wakeful world, the cosmic entity is Vaishwanara. Then we have the dream. Swapnasthananta prajnaha Saptangaha Ekonavimshatimukaha Pravibhikta bhaktayajasaha Dvitiyapadaha. This is the dream world. It's all internalized consciousness. Here also we have got our own body, we have got all our senses. Just as in the wakeful world, in the dream world also we have the entire world. And that also has got 7 limbs and 19 mouths through which we grasp things. And it is pravibhikta bhuk. It is subtle, internal. So that's the difference. That is called the Taijasa. That is the second quarter. And here we have created our own world. Every one of us create our own world in the dream. And that world is very real to us when you are in the dream world. When you come out of the dream, you say, oh, it was only a dream. Therefore, each one of us, our mind has the capacity to create a world of our own. But the world that you create in your dream world is different from the world that she creates in her world. But this world in which we all world is common to all. That is the difference. So this world is created by Brahma, the creator Brahma, the cosmic entity. Then third is Sushupti, deep sleep. Yatra supto na kanchana kamam kamayate. न कंचन स्वप्नं पश्यति तत्सुषुप्तं सुषुप्तस्थान एकीभूतः प्रज्ञानघनः एवानन्दमयः इन्दवक चेतोमुखः प्रज्ञः तृतीयः पादः. Third is the deep sleep. In this state of sleep consciousness, we do not desire anything. We are not in the wakeful phase in which I want this, I don't want, is all gone. Then, is it the dream state? The swapnam kanchananas pashyati. He is not seeing the dream. So it is not wakeful world, nor it is a, then it's Sushupti. Sushupti is the deep sleep without dreams. Then Sushuptasthanaha. What happened? What happened? Sit down. Nothing happened. Sit. Afterwards you go. Nothing happens. Few minutes. It should not. Once you come, it should not go out. It will miss important points. Sushuptasthanaha. This deep sleep is eki bhutha. The whole mind has frozen into a single entity. Prajnana ghana. Just like the steam everywhere comes, becomes water, becomes ice. Small piece of ice. Similarly, it has frozen. And because of that thing, Anandamaya is full of Ananda, state of Ananda. And you enjoy the Ananda here. And it is Chetomkaha, Pragnaha. It is opening to the experience of the dream and the wakeful world. When you are going to sleep in the night, first you go into the Sushupti. From the wakeful world to the Sushupti. Then from there you wake up to the dream world. From the dream world again you go back to Sushupti. It goes on and on. Finally in the morning from Sushupti you come back to wakeful world. So therefore it is the base state from where things come and go. Just like sky is there, in which the clouds come and go. Dark clouds and normal clouds and no clouds, they come and go like this. From Sushupti is the thing. It's the state of Chittakasha, it's called. This is the third chapter. It is the state of Ananda. Yesha Sarveshwaraha Yesha Sarvagnaha Yeshaha Antaryami Yeshaha Yonihi Sarvasya Prabhavapyayo Hi Bhutanam Yesha Sarveshwara is the state of things, is the Lord of everything. It is from here the whole creation comes and goes. And he is Sarvagna, is all knowing. He has all the knowledge. Anandamaya Kosha, in which every knowledge is there. Antaryami is all indwelling. It's all in the potential form. Yesha Yonihi, it's in the seed form. All our samskaras in our Sushupti is in the seed form. When you come out, you get the same thing come out of the wakeful world. And Sarvasya Prabhavapyayo. So that is the state from where the whole creation comes. From here comes Jnanamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, then the Annamaya Kosha. So, therefore, it is Sarveshwara. It's called the Karana Sharira. Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, Karana Sharira. Sthula Sharira is Annamaya Kosha. Sukshma Sharira is Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya Kosha. And Karana Sharira is Anandamaya Kosha. Then, beyond that, Anta Pragnam Nabahish Pragnam No Bhayata Pragnam Na Pragnana Ghanam Na Pragnam Na Apragnam Adrusyam Avyavaharyam Agrahyam Alakshanam Achintyam Avyapadeshyam Atma Pratyayasaram Prapanchopashamam Shantam Shivam Advaitam Chaturtham Manyante Sahatma Sabhigneyaha. But the state beyond Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. Na Anta Pragna, it's not dream world. Na Vaish Pragna, not wakeful world. Na Veta Pragna, not in between. Na Pragnanagana, not deep sleep. It is a state in which you are cognizing, nor are you not cognizing. Adrusyam, avyavaharam, that you do not do any practical thing there in this thing. Agrahyam, it has no lakshan, it has no qualifications. Achintyam, it cannot be thought of. Oh, it is like this, it is like that, you can't do that. Vyapadeshan, it cannot be presented and described, so also. What is that? Ekatva pratyasaram. It is a single one. Space, time, causation. Where prapancha upashamam, shantam. Complete peace, absolute peace, silence. It is called Shivam. Advaitam is called the Chaturtham. It's called the Turiya, the fourth state. That is called Atma. Atma of all of us, it's called Paramatma. Then, Soyamatma Adhyaksharam Omkaraha Adhimatram Padamatra Matrascha Padaha Akara Bukaro Makara iti. Just as we had the three states, of the Omkara and beyond, similarly, apart from the state, they are also designated by letters. Just like energy field, we say E is the designation, mass is the weight, M is the thing. So like that, there are letters that are used here to designate these different states. So they are equivalent to the state. Pada, Matra, Matrascha Pada. What are they? A, U, So these are the three. The first one is wakeful. Jagaridasthanaha Vaishwanaraha Akaraha Prathama Matra Apteradimatvat Apnoti Havai Sarvan Aman Adishcha Bhavati Yahevam Veda. What is designated by the word? It is the Vaishwanara, that is presiding deity. And this wakeful state is the first letter because of this pervasiveness and being the first. So we all come to the wakeful world and the life starts. Therefore, it is the first thing. Therefore, being the first, it is all pervasive. And here, as I said, every Upanishad gives us a sadhana marga. It's called the prakriya, a method to reach that ultimate goal. So, it is called the Omkara by Akara, Ukara, Makara, Upasana. What is that Upasana? You go on repeating the particular letter. All doing it. Just like Hanuman, chanting Ram, 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 Ram. The whole body was vibrating. Ram, 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 Nam, Ram. Like that, when you go on doing the Upasana of Akara, which is the preceding deity Vaishwanara of the Jagrat world. What is the goal that you can reach there? Sarvan Kaman Adishcha Bhavati Sarvan. He will be able to get all that you want to have. You want money, you want name, you want fame, you want to be a king, you want to be king. Anything that you want in the physical world, you can achieve this. So that is the result of the Akara Upasana. Then the second. Swapnasthanastaijasaha Ukaraha Dvitiya Matra उत्कर्षात् उभयत्वात् उत्कर्षति हवै ज्ञानसन्ततिं समानश्च भवति न अस्य अब्रह्मवित् कुले भवति न अस्य अब्रह्मवित् कुले भवति य एवं वेद. So the dream consciousness is the Taijasa. The designated letter is U, Ukaraha. It's the second matra, the second letter. And Utkarshat, Ubhayatvat, Utkarshati. It is the one that continuously helps you to grow more and more, more and more, more and more. It moves you towards excellence. Not only the body, but the higher dimensions. To the Pranamaya Kosha, to Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha. It takes you to the higher and higher levels. And it makes you excellent in all aspects. In enjoy, in bliss, in knowledge, in power, in freedom. Everything you start increasing. Utkarsha, Ubhayatvat. Therefore, it goes on helping to move towards excellence. That's the goal that's put. Not only the physical body, then you start getting the knowledge of the subtle bodies. Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya Koshas. Then you start getting various siddhis, as it is said, supernatural powers, ESP, the levitation, then making the body small, making the body big, making the body light, making the body heavy, and all this, like Hanuman, So he is the Arshasiddhi. And when he reaches that state, after the Vijnanamaya Kosha, then in his entire family, nobody who is not a real estate will be born. That means every child born there will become a Brahmagnani, will get to that height. Na asya abrahmavit kule bhavati. In his kula, in his family, nobody who is not a real estate will be brought. That is the wonderful state of Ukara Upasana. Then from there you come to the third. Sushuptasthanaha pragnaha makaraha tritiya matra miterapeterva minoti hava idavam sarvam apitischa bhavati evam veda. In this Sushuptasthana, the deep sleep, at the everything is in the potential form, it is in the seed form. That is designated by the letter Ma. So, when you do the upasana of the Makara, what is going to happen? Anyone who measures all this becomes the place of absorption. You'll be able to measure. When you come there, you'll be able to measure how much is the dukkha I have, how much of sukha I have, everything we can measure. And with that, finally, we have the last, that is the Turiya. Amatraha, Chaturthaha, Avyavaharyaha, Prapanchopashamaha, Shiva, Advaitaha, Evam Omkaraha, Atmaiva Samvishati, Atmana Atmanam, Ya Evam Veda, Ya Evam Veda. Iti Mandukya Upanishad Samapta. Ultimate goal is pure consciousness, which is beyond space, time, causation, state of infinite power, infinite freedom, infinite bliss. That is our original self. beyond the Panchakosha, beyond Sthula Sharira, Sukma Sharira, Karna Sharira. So this is the knowledge base that we have in the Vedas, contained in the Putra Mimamsa. In all the Upanishads, this is the knowledge base that we have. So there are two main objectives of Upanishads. One is quest for reality, and another is quest for happiness. So every Upanishad has these two dimensions. Modern science has unraveled the structure and laws of this physical universe. We understood that every object is nothing but energy, packets of energy, quarks. We also understood the laws that govern them. Classical and quantum mechanics are the laws. Just like in the body, we see anatomy and physiology. Whereas yoga spirituality fathom the whole of this creation, not only the physical, mental, emotional, everything done. And that forms the basis of Sanatana Dharma. I call it the ancient science, most comprehensive science. Modern science is only physical. Ancient science is most comprehensive. What is the difference? Here it enunciates the entire structure and laws of the creation, and that is beyond. So what is the structure? Everything is nothing but Om. And that has been further elaborated by Patanjali as Chitta. The entire creation is made out of Chitta. In Prashnopanishad, they said everything is nothing but Prana. Prana Sedem Varshe Sarvam, Tridivayat Pratishtitam, etc. Two structural things are given. What are the laws that govern them? Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. That is the trifold law of universe. The entire creation is governed by the trifold law. And everything in this creation goes on changing and changing and changing. Everything is born, stays for a while, and dies. Even Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. They also have the Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, 100 years, their life. So, these are the three trinities, the names given to three forces, cosmic forces: Srishti, creation, Sthiti, sustenance, and destruction. And they are the names of the Trinity. And that which is beyond is Brahman, the pure consciousness, beyond the Trinity. So this is the Panchakosha. Annamaya Kosha is Sthula Sharira. Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya Koshas are called the Sukshma Sharira. Anandamaya Kosha is called the Karana Sharira. And that which is beyond the five koshas is ultimate reality. And just like we all have the five bodies, the whole universe also has five layers. That is electromagnetic field, the bioplasmic field, the astral or the mind field, information field, and the bliss field. All these fields are in continual interaction. A change in one brings changes in the other. Just like in the body, a change in one brings changes in the other thing. And that which does not change in reality, that's Brahman. So then we completed all the mantras. We'll take up the seventh mantra. Nanta pragnam na bahish pragnam no bhayata pragnam na pragnam prajnanaghanam na pragnam. That's the original state of our lives. It is being described here, pure consciousness. It is beyond Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti. Neither it is Anta Prajna nor Bahish Prajna, now Ubhayata Prajna. And then we talked about Pada, Matra, Matrascha Pada, about this thing we saw. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, Akara, Ukara, Mukara. That which is beyond is Turiya, the fourth is Om. Turiya means fourth. Fourth one. So, Jagatasthana is Akara, they said. Jakara, Jagaridasthano, Vaishwana, Rakaraha, Prathama, Matra. Therefore, in these mantras, we are talking about prakriyas or sadhana margas or practical ways to get at it. We have theory and the practice. Both are very necessary. You must understand and do the practice. And when you do the practice, what is the result that you have to get? Hydrogen and oxygen are two things. You join together, you get water. That's H2O. You know that. But when you go and do the experiment and you should get the water, your water should come out. Then only say that yes, it is right. Similarly, in the prakriyas, each has got a result. That's called the upasana. And the different matras have been talked about. In the akara, which I told you, the first one, pervasiveness. Beginning of all. The knower of the Vaishwanara or the total secrets of the Jagrat gets all the desires, becomes the fulfilled. Science and technology essentially has been able to do that, and we understand almost everything about the physical world, and we get all the desired things. Technology, science, all have increased tremendously. We have such fantastic knowledge. Still, we are further in the growth process. Then it is the culmination of akara upasana, money, power, name, fame, wife, children, all earthly desires are fulfilled. This is the objective that we are having that. Then the 10th mantra, we talked about the Supna. Supna is the Taijasa. No? And what's here? Continuously, between the wakeful and the dream words, which is superior? Some people ask. We always say that dream is useless. You know? And this wakeful thing is the one that's important. So when you look at the gross, subtle, and the causal, subtle is more nearer to the ultimate reality. Therefore, in a sense, Swapna is subtle, therefore it is nearer to reality. That is, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha are more nearer to ultimate reality. Whereas Sushupti is the nearest to ultimate. So, wakefulness is the grossest. Then you have got the subtle, Sukshma, then you have the Karana. Therefore, dream world, the Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya Kosha also has to be given greater importance and it should not neglect it. That's the purpose. Taijasa is the preceding type of dream world. That's the Sukshma Sharira. What characterizes it? Excellence. It is intermediateness between the wakeful and the Sushupti. So, the knower of the state increases his knowledge, promotes lineage of knowledge, and he gets to higher and higher powers, higher knowledge, higher bliss, higher power, higher freedom. Everything goes on increasing. You start moving towards excellence. So, in his family, as I said, none without Brahmagnana is born in his family. All children, grandchildren, everybody will become great jnanis. So, Swapna, you represent Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha. So, here you are moving from the individual towards the cosmos, from the Vyashti to Samashti. So, this happens by moving through Samadhis. So, in the physical world, you can get glimpses of Samadhi. Then, in the higher things, you go to the higher and higher levels of Samadhi. 8 types of Samadhi Patanjali talks about. As you go to the higher Samadhi, your bliss increases, your knowledge, your power increases, and you start getting imposes knowledge and promotes lineage. Therefore, excellence, past, present, and future gets it. Then, it is in between Anandamaya Kosha and Annamaya Kosha. So, the great masters in Vijnanamaya Kosha had all the knowledge, past, present, and future. That's the beauty. Vijnanamaya Kosha is Trikala Gnana. Increases his knowledge and promotes lineage. Then from there you come to the 11th mantra. That is Sushupti, we talked about. Sushupti is Makara, Prajna, presiding deity. Measurement and absorption. The knower of this truth can measure all and absorbs everything. When you do the Makara Upasana, you'll be able to measure everything. You can find out where a person stands, whether he is in this particular level or this level or this level, everything you'll be able to. Sense of modern science and technology. Similarly, here measurement has been talked about. Is what is called as the Ananda Mimamsa. So, in that Ananda Mimamsa, the people in that level are able to find out how much of the Ananda that you are getting. So, the maximum Ananda that you get in the physical body, in the Annamaya Kosha, is considered to be 1 unit. Yiva syat sadhu yivadhyayakaha ashishto tradishto balishtaha tasya iyam prithvi sarva vittasya purna syat sayeko manusha anandaha. 1 unit of Ananda. Anything that you want to measure, always you must define what is 1 unit. When I say this is 2 feet, you must define what is foot. We call it as 1 foot. Agreed. Similarly, to measure anything, you must first define 1 unit. So, how do they measure Ananda? They have to define a unit. So they say, imagine a young person, Yuva, Sat Yodhyayaka, is a worshipper of youthful energy. They want to be dynamic, full of energy, vitality, all the time, doing everything. Yodhyayaka. Ashishta, a lot of desires, full of desire to enjoy the life to the maximum. You want to have all types of things for enjoyment. Ashishtaha. He may have desire, but if he's a weakling, no. Balishtaha is full of energy, vitality, and the power. He has got the strength to enjoy. He can enjoy. He can eat 40 gulab jamuns, 25 rasgullas, whatnot, everything he wants. He has that power to that. Balishtaha. He may have all these things, but if he doesn't have the money, how he can do? So he is the richest person of the world. Yam Prithvi Sarvavittasya Purnasya. Then imagine how much of Ananda he can get. That's called 1 unit of Ananda. That's how the measurement has been defined. Then you come to the Pranamaya Kosha. In Pranamaya Kosha, they are called as the Gandharvas. They are called the Gandharva Loka. Yakshas and Gandharvas. So I want Manushya Gandharva and Deva Gandharva. There are two things. Te yeshatam manushyanam anandaha sayeko gandharvanam. So 100 times that of this Manushya Ananda to one Manushya Gandharva Ananda. Then from there go to the higher level. That is Deva Gandharvas. They are more worthy. Manomaya Kosha, Devas, Deva Gandharva. Te yeshatam Manushya Gandharvanam Anandaha Sayeko Deva Gandharvanam Anandaha. Then comes the Pitraloka. Te yeshatam Deva Gandharvanam Anandaha Sayeko Pitrunam Chiraloka Lokanam Anandaha. Like that it goes on describing. 100 times more, 100 times more, 100 times more, goes on. When you come to the Brahmaloka, 10 to the power of 18 times the Ananda of the Brahma. This is how the measurement can be done of the Ananda. Similarly, knowledge, similarly, the power, everything increases. In the final thing, you have got Ashta Siddhis, all the Siddhis, everything. So, this is how in the Anandamaya Kosha you can measure, and measurement dimension comes. So, the knower of the truth can measure everything. And he'll be able to create, he'll be able to destroy. That is the role of Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. In the Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha, they are all there. They can create. A Vishwamitra was able to create a Trishanku Swarga. So the goal is to raise to higher and higher level. When you reach that state of Vijnanamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha, you can get this power. So, past, pre, post needed creation or absorption. From Sushupti emerges wakeful phase, ends with Sushupti. Again, begins with Sushupti, opens up the dream world. Again, ends with Sushupti, so it's a measure. That's how it has been brought forth, the measurement dimension. So, measuring different dimensions, I talked about. Measurement of time, clocking, set into Sushupti. Before sleep, decision. You want to get up in the morning at 5 o'clock. Before 5 o'clock, an alarm rings here, and you get up. How clocking goes on in the brain, in the Sushupti. Sushupti is not therefore absence of thoughts. It's absence of Tripudi. It is in the frozen form. It's called as the sleep consciousness. The mind is in the form of a seed, and things are going on. Today, with the polysomnography, you can measure these dimensions. So, measuring and grasping all knowledge is Trikala Gnana dimension. So, the 8 samadhis, super consciousness states, have been talked about. And now, in modern science, we have been able to measure. You put the electroencephalogram, polysomnography, and measure. Lambda waves are very, very high frequency brain waves associated with wholeness and integration. They are also associated with mystical and out of body experience. The frequency 100 to 200 hertz, 100 cycles per second. Then lambda brain waves are rarely seen by most people, but are present monks who sit for deep meditation for days together and months together, they sit there. And such great masters they get. Then between gamma and lambda brainwave states exists a higher level of gamma state. That's hypergamma. Hypergamma brainwaves exist within the highest range of gamma around 100 Hz. Lambda state creates synchronization of the left and the right brain hemispheres. All these things have been put forth. Lambda waves, hypergamma and lambda states of consciousness are associated with ability to certain sects of Tibetan monks who can mediate in Himalayan mountains in sub-zero temperatures, wearing little clothing and maintaining a hot body temperature which can melt even the snow around them. So that is the power. The heat generated by this frequency gives the body an ability to radiate heat and melt down. People sitting in the deep thing like this and doing the meditation in icy things of Himalayan peaks. Then epsilon waves is a very, very small frequencies, less than 0.5. Is there a connection between the small and the big? No. Yes. It has been said, we have noticed that the definition of these two brainwave states is exactly the same, except for the speed. Although these brainwaves oscillate at vastly different speeds, one of the highest, 100 to 200 Hertz, another less than 1, between these things. So many different groups of independent EEG researchers have found these states to be the same. So this helps to explain why the same consciousness experiences occur with widely different brainwave types. So summary of brainwaves of different things have been put forth: epsilon wave, delta waves, theta waves, alpha waves, beta waves, gamma waves, and lambda waves. Smallest is 0 to 1 Hertz. The brain is almost stagnant. Earlier people were putting the pulse, they are using ECG, the ECG will be flat. Electrocardiogram, heart has stopped. Swami Ramas, he had the capacity to stop the heart. ECG is to show 0. Similarly, there are people whose EEG shows almost 0. That's epsilon waves. That's the highest samadhi. It becomes samadhi. Then in deep sleep, everyone experiences very deep sleep. That is 4 Hertz. Then little wakefulness start coming up, theta waves. Then the calm state of mind, alpha waves. You have 8 to 12 Hertz. Then the mind becomes faster, beta waves, 40 Hertz. Then the gamma waves, 40 to 100 Hertz. Then you go to the higher states of samadhi, Sampragnat samadhi. Then you go 100 to 200 Hertz. So this is all in the Sushupti dimension, the whole region. Patani called it as Nidra Smrutayaha. Nidra is deep sleep, and Smruti is the whole storehouse of all the samadhis that will put forth. So in the last mantra we come. Amatras chaturthaha avyavaharyaha prapanchopashamat shivotvaita eva munkara atmaiva sumvishatyatmanatmanam evam veda. Om at the fourth state is the Turiya, at the base of all three states. Turiya is the Om. Om is the self of all. It has no parts. It is beyond all transactions. It is negation of the phenomenal world. It is auspicious and non-dual. The knower of this will reach ultimate life. Jivatma becoming Paramatma, a person who Omkar Upasana does ultimately reaches that dimension. So this is the whole essence, Mandukya Upanishad. You got Jagrat, then and Swapna. Jagrat and Swapna have the Tripati, the cognition, seer, seen, and the process of seeing dimension. And beyond that we have the Sushupti, Avyakta phase. That is unmanifest form, in which the trifold thing has merged together. No. That which is beyond all these things, which pervades everything. And beyond Vyakta and Avyakta. Vyakta is the Jagrata and the Swapna. Avyakta is the Sushupti. That which is beyond is pure consciousness, and Jagrata and Sushupti form the entire creation. This is the whole essence of the Mandukya Upanishad. Avasthatraya Viveka has been put forth there. With that, we close today's session and the things for any questions. If you have any questions, you are most welcome to that. You can put it in the chat box. Thank you. So here we got two questions. One, on the concept of Prajnana Ghana. Are there any other scriptures to find more references? So, Mandukya Upanishad is the speciality of the Avasthatraya, and Prajnana Ghana represents the Sushupti. In Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, brought forth, and in many Upanishads, the talk of Avasthatraya has been put forth, in that Sushupti has been described. So Prajnana Ghana has been described there also. You can go through this. And second question, are there any observable properties to identify a person who has reached Prajnana Ghana Avastha? Every day we all of us sleep, in deep sleep. Therefore we have the glimpse of Prajnana Ghana. But that's the beginning. Then from there you go to the higher and higher levels of Smriti. And that is where the Samadhi start coming up. In the Samadhi you have got the Sampragnata and the Sampragnata. Sampragnata Samadhi is faster mind, very, very fast mind. So, Sampragnata is slower and slower, very slow. So you move from one Sampragnata to Asampragnata, then from there you go to the Sampragnata again. Just like you are in the wakeful world, you are full of activity and others. Then you go sleep, you go to Sushupti. The mind is in seed form. Then from there you come to the dream world. That's again Sampragnata-like thing. So in which you have activities, all activity, you have created a world of your own. Then from there again you go to Sushupti. So like that in Samadhi also, you move from Sampragnata to Asampragnata. 8 levels Patanjali had described. And Sampragnata is the faster mind, quicker mind, brilliant mind, active mind, things are coming up. From there you go to the Asampragnata. So like that you go one deeper than the other. And then you have the higher and higher levels of Prajnana Ghana. Prajnana Ghana is there even in the Sushupti, in the ultimate reality. That is the highest level of Samadhi. Asvitanagata Sampragnata Samadhi, Spinalgata Sampragnata Samadhi. Then when you leave all these things and become Kaivalya, that is the Patanjali's ultimate reality that has been put forth. What is the sleep? Deep sleep. In deep sleep and in Samadhi, two common factors are Triputi has frozen. Form has turned itself into potential form. For example, you have the energy, you take a water tank above certain level. The energy is in the potential form. You open the tap, the water comes down and it converts itself into the kinetic level. There is a movement here. No movement, but it has got the energy. So this energy is called the potential. When it comes down, it is called the kinetic energy. Similarly, in Sushupti and Samadhi, energy there is the potential form. This is called as Avyakta, unmanifest form. It is the potential form. It is the seed form. Bijanitra said. Everything is in the seed form. For example, you take a seed, a mango seed, a different from a papaya seed, a different from a chiku seed. All the impressions of the mango is put in that seed form. When it sprouts, it gives a beautiful mango tree and the mangoes. Even in the mangoes, we have various types of mangoes. Everything is inherently present in the seed form. These are all called the samskaras in this thing. They are in the seed form. And when they sprout up, when they come to the wakeful form and come to the dream thing, it will all show up as manifest form. Like the mango tree comes and then the leaves and everything, and you have the mango and everything comes out. Similarly, it's going to come out. So therefore, everything is in the seed form in Sushupti and Samadhi. And there are different levels of the Sushupti and Samadhi, one deeper than the other. For example, the sleep. When you go to the deep, which normally we all go, there also 4 types of sleep have been identified in the polysomnography research. The deepest sleep is the delta wave, in which the high amplitude, low frequency delta waves are there, which I mentioned. In the other things, you have the combination, a little bit of alpha, a little bit, and all these things are there in the other thing. 1, 3, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4 sleep. Similarly, after the Sushupti, then you get into the Samadhi. In the Samadhi, again you wake up, just like you wake up in the dream world, it comes up in the first Samadhi, Sampragnata, then you go to Asampragnata. Sampragnata, Asampragnata. Goes on and on. Like this, it goes on. So, that is the difference between Sushupti and Samadhi. In Samadhi, there is an expansion of consciousness from one level to the higher level. So, similarly, in our wakeful phase to Sushupti, your mind jumps into the wakeful consciousness to the sleep consciousness. Sleep consciousness is the Triputi, is frozen. Prajnana Ghana, it happens. That's the main thing that comes. Sometimes the dream and reality are overlapping. What is that called? Dream is the state in which the wakefulness is absent. But when a little bit of wakefulness comes, then there a combination of dream and wakefulness. This is called Ubheta Prajna. Therefore, when I say, there Anta Prajna is not there, Bahit Prajna is there, Ubheta Prajna also is not there. So that is the state of Sushupti. So, when wakeful thing comes up a little bit, then what happens in the dream world, you find there is a reality of the wakeful world. Because we all think this wakeful thing is real and dream is unreal. But this real sense comes in the dream. Why it occurs? We are one person. So, every day, when the dream world, he will have one dream. The dream is that a serpent is coming and she is being changed, and the person will run, scream, and he becomes wakeful. Many, many times this type of dream is to come. Then slowly wakefulness comes, and then serpent comes. She is running. Then it must be dream. That wakefulness comes. So this is how the Ubhaya Prajna comes here. But sometimes because of that thing, you can get confused also. There is another person who was interesting, Every day he wants to sleep and gets up in his dream world. Same house, same family, same children, same work. He will get up there in the dream world, does all the activities there in the dream world, sleeps there, and comes up here in the wakeful world. Not 1 or 2 days. It went on for almost, 50 days, 60 days. Then he got confused. Which is real? Whether this is real or that is real? Whether this wakeful world is real or dream world is real? Naturally, he goes to the psychiatrist. Sir, this is what's happening every day. It is happening. I am now confused. Which is real? Whether that wife is real or this wife is real? Whether those children are real or these children are real? Or whether that beautiful house I have in dream world is real or this small house is real? Which is real? I am getting confused. He said, what fool you are. How can that dream be real? Then psychiatrist. He asked the same question to him. Sir, which is real? That wakeful world, small house, and my wife, and 3 children there. Here I have got 2 children. They're all very well worked up. And there, they are not so well done. They are little buddho. So, which is better? Which is real? Whether dream world is better or wakeful world is better? What is the dream world said? Dream world psychiatric said, hey, what fool you are. This world is the real. Dream world is the right thing. And the other one, wakeful thing, is all unreal. He got confused. So, why we think that this is real and that is unreal? Mainly because, it gets repeated. If the same dream again and again, then you think that's real also. That's the difference, Is it right to equate Sushupti with individual unconscious and the Anandamaya Kosha with collective unconscious? What the other one here? Dream and creative. What is okay, now we come to this. Is it right to equate Sushupti with individual unconscious and the Anandamaya Kosha with collective unconscious? The individual unconscious is the Sushupti. Each one of us have got these 3 states I have been telling: wakeful world, dream world, and the deep sleep. Deep sleep is called Sushupti. That is the unconscious. But in this unconscious Sushupti, there is also the samadhis which are there. That's why Patanjali says this third is the state of Avyakta, that the Vyakta and the Avyakta. And in the Avyakta also there are 2 states. One is the Nidra, another is the Smriti. Smriti relates to all the different samadhis. Just like here I have wakeful phase and dream phase, in the Avyakta also, is the Vyakta. Vyakta means trifold process is there. There also I have got the 2 states of Vyakta also. One is the Sushupti, which is the normal unconscious that we all go through that in deep sleep. And then we have the Samadhi. What is the difference between Samadhi and the dream state? In Samadhi, you have not become unconscious. You are conscious, yet your mind is silent. The Tripati Nacha has occurred. Whereas in the deep sleep, you have become unconscious. That's the individual unconscious, individual Sushupti. That's the collective unconscious. We have the Vyashti and the Samashti, the micro and the macrocosm. Just like we have the individual, there is also the world. We have got the physical body, we have got the physical world. We have got the pranic body, we have got the pranic world. That's the bioplasmic field, electromagnetic field, bioplasmic field, astral field, all these things. So the unconscious is the sleep of Brahma, sleep of Vishnu, sleep of Shiva. We sleep for, let's say, 12 hours. And he also sleeps for 12 hours. But his 12 hours, how long? It is 4 yugas. On 4 yugas is one sleep, like this thing. That is Samashti unconscious dimension. Therefore, the Samashti unconscious is different. But you may call it as collective unconscious or the macro unconscious, macro phase. That is Vaishvanara and Taijasa and Prajna and the 3 things which are there. When they sleep, they go into the large durations. That's the difference. That's the thing that you have. Deep sleep, state of brain and its activities. That is waves, samadhi, state of mind. Deep sleep is a state which manifests in the brain, which can be measured as EEG signals. So when you are deep sleep, you are in deep sleep, what is happening to your brain has been measured by electroencephalograms, that is sonography. You also measure what is the ECG and the EMG and all these things. You measure what is happening to the entire body. Physically, how does the Sushupti manifest in the brain? how does it manifest in the muscles, how does it manifest in the atomic parameters, everything can be measured. This is the scientific way by which we find out the manifestation of Sushupti in our body. And that's what we measure. Therefore, the EEG signals represent the deep sleep. Similarly, when you go to Samadhi, what are the waves that come up there? Epsilon waves and the lambda waves have been found in the such. Therefore, the manifestation of that in the physical body is what we measure. So how do you know that you are meditating or not, or whether you are sleeping? You can put an encephalogram and find out. If you are meditating, continuously I get alpha waves. If you are sleeping, you're getting probably beta alpha mix, or in deep sleep, you'll get delta waves. Then we know that you are not meditating, nor are you in samadhi, but you are in deep sleep. So, the modern science and technology has been able to find out the state in which you are staying. You may say that I am sitting there, I am in samadhi. But if I put EEG, I can find out that you are only thinking, you are not gone into samadhi. EEG will show you. And similarly, breathing rate. Also, you can measure and find out what is happening to the breathing rate in samadhi. Breath almost will stop. Similarly, EMG, electromyogram, what is happening to your muscles, all these things can be measured, and a polysomnograph is a way by which you can do that. You all should go to our sleep lab and you can see them. How it is there. Have you gone to Anveshna lab? You all should go. I told you can take that one. So, therefore, what we measure is a measure of what is happening to the state in the physical body. So, normally there is a one-to-one correspondence, but may not be. In the deep things, it can be a little different. So, the state of brain and its activities are the manifestation of the sleep and the samadhi. That is what we have to encounter. Okay, if you people have any questions, you can ask. Okay, if there are no questions, then we will. You have something?
You were saying earlier that.
Come here, I can't hear. Come here. Yeah.
Good afternoon. So I was wondering if one meditates on, does proper meditation upon A, U, and Ma, right? The three components of Om. So once one concentrates upon A, he is able to already, as you said, he is able to manifest anything he wants to do. But further doing that upon U and then basically brings that wider, bigger, makes it more profound, more or less, right? But even if he gained that initial control, he or she would still need to know all and everything about the basics. So I was thinking that means U and M is also in A, and A and M is also in U. It has to be that the same way, kind of like lambda and the
Epsilon.
0 to 1 frequency, and the frequencies above 100. People in that range, they're direct opposites. But people, they're in the same act. Could you explain more upon that? Is it kind of the same thing that we as humans are seeing as something different? Do you understand the question? Thank you.
Okay. When you go on repeating akara or ukara or makara, and in that you have to turn themselves into the subtle form and make it as a upasana. Make, he has told. First, you go on repeating it loudly. So, make it slower and slower. And see that it comes in the lower part of the body. The whole lower part of the body should vibrate. You are repeating it loudly. You have a particular frequency. That frequency should match with that lower portions of the body to bring the lower part. Correspondingly, the brain waves also will start changing in this thing. So there is a connection. Then what you have to do in the mind. Akara loudly instead of chanting, you repeat the same thing in the mind. You should be able to feel the same vibrations in the lower part. This is called mind-sound resonance. So we have the technique called mind-sound resonance technique. You can all learn whatever is happening. Then you are going to the subtle level. You are producing a frequency band in the body using the mind. And this, if you put the EEG signals at that time probably will become alpha waves. No, it's almost a nice dimension. Then you must start feeling. Patanjali said, tad japaha tad artha bhavanam. So you have to start feeling that akara. Akara, lower portions here, full of akasha. So it says all pervasiveness. Therefore imagine a vast, infinite, beautiful blue sky, or a vast, infinite ocean, and tune your mind to that thing continuously. So you start feeling that. Then from that you go to the akara samadhi level. You go to the samadhi level. So like that you go deeper and deeper. Corresponding the brain waves also will move from the alpha waves to the higher waves. The epsilon waves is going to come up like this thing. So this is how all the three things will be continued. Kaya, Vacha, Manasa. Like that you do that and go deeper and deeper. That's how you have to do the prakriya or the upasana. Good. Thank you. Anybody else had questions? What do we call precognitive dreams? The dreams which will predict something which is going to happen. They are called precognitive dreams. So this precognitive dreams is manifestation of the power called precognition. Some people have the capacity to recognize what is going to happen in future. Sometimes it may be true, sometimes it may not be true. If that not be true, then it is not a true precognition. I remember one of our friends, she had this power in US. Her mother was moving from New York that day to Detroit. And somehow she in Houston felt, no, this flight is going to have accident on that. So he called her mother, Mom, please change your flight. Somehow I have a very gut feeling that this is going to have an accident. And say that, what nonsense. Foolish. Just because you get some thought, will it happen? Every day, hundreds of flights go, and how it's going to be accident. Forget about it. She went, and it happened. It was the worst accident in Detroit. They hit the thing, and all the people in that died. Her mother also died. So this is cognition. So how do you get it? Probably because of your training, because of your some level in which you get the capacity of precognition. That's one of the siddhis. How to get at the thing, Patanjali describes in great detail. Sayam, what sayam I have to do to get the precognition. Similarly, in the dream also, some people find certain things which happen. They are called precognitive dreams. The dream has gone to that level When the mind touches that particular level, you get the capacity of the precognition. When the dream state goes there and then touches there, then you get that precognition. Then it becomes precognitive dreams. So some people have this capacity and they get these things, paras and other things. Good question. Thank you. Thank you, Rashmi. Any other question you have? Okay, then we'll close to this session with Shanti Mantra that completes our complete exposition of Mandukya Upanishad for the last several weeks. Thank you all very much. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you all. Mata ki Nimsha.
Thank you, Guruji.
Nimsha.
Thank you,
How are
Guruji.
you, Sonia?
Fine, Guruji. Thank you so much for the session.
Then, madam. Vishwajit Sarkar, Chandro. Oh, you are there. Good. Where are you? You are in Mumbai or Gurgaon? Mumbai. Good. Padmavati there. Isa.